Devolver Digital is proud to sponsor Awesome Games Done Quick, benefiting the Prevent Cancer Foundation. Throughout this year's event, you can head to DevolverDoneQuick.com for a special Steam sale on all Devolver Digital games that have been a part of previous GDQ events, with a portion of the proceeds benefiting the Prevent Cancer Foundation. Thanks, and best of luck to all of this year's participants.
Now, if you haven't gotten enough Donkey Kong just yet, we're going to be going to Dwango AC. He's actually got a test. Oh, not yet. Not ready yet. All right. Well, we're going to tell you about some people's awesome generosity first. We've got $15 from Sorceress V. It says, greetings from Canada. I was going to wait to donate, but this run of DKC Reverse Boss Order is blowing my mind. Thank you to everyone involved in GDQ. I can't tell you how many friends and family I've lost to cancer. This is a great way to get involved in the battle to prevent it. We've got $150 from Scruffy39 that says, what a bizarre run category. I love it. I usually miss a lot of the games I want to see due to work and time zones, but I can still do my part. Good luck on the runs, and may the frames be ever in your favor. It's $15 from Shiny Alice saying, DKC hype. I can't watch right now because I'm at work, but good luck to the DKC runners, and shout out to my favorite game of all time.
Okay, we're ready to go.
All right, now we are going to Dwango AC. He's got a test demonstration of the warp that Void did to do Reverse Boss Order. If you're wondering how he did it, Dwango AC is going to show us.
Hello.
Hello and welcome.
Yes, am I loud enough? Apparently I am. I am Dwango AC. This, of course, is Void. I'm here to show off exactly what we just saw in slow motion using task tools. So I'm going to demonstrate exactly how difficult what Void just did was in slow motion using an emulator that emulates the entire Super Nintendo, in this case Donkey Kong Country, in frame-perfect, frame-by-frame capability, you could say. So what I'm going to show first is, a lot of people hear the word frame, but it's kind of hard to understand what frame really means. So I'm going to use, get a little close here. There we go. Oh, yeah. I love the sound of how awesome I am. Okay, so I've got an emulator here called LSNES made by Alari. I'm running on a Linux laptop here from System 76, so it's kind of a weird setup, but what I have here in the emulator is the ability to quickly go back to an earlier state. So I can hit this one button and go back as many times as I like, right? As many times as I like. It's a great way to practice. What I want to show is what a frame is. Now, I'm going to press a button, and this is going to go for 1 second. That's 1 full second right there. And you can see there's a pointer right here in the upper corner. I'm starting at frame 9,400, and if I press this button, it'll advance 60 frames. We end up at 9459. But there's a lot of individual inputs that happen when you split up a second into 1/60th of a second. So I'm going to just manually walk through this one at a time. You can see how many different opportunities for input there are over the course of an entire second. When you have 60 different opportunities during a second to give the game input, and you have to hit a very, very small window, it's a lot harder than it might look. Okay, so that's a demonstration of a frame. A frame is 1/60th of a second. It would be 16.6 milliseconds. And the window that Void has to hit is exactly 3 frames. He has 3 frames to get this trick right. So I'm going to go forward here a little bit. We're in level 3-2, Orangutan Gang. And right here, you saw this glitch just demonstrated a little bit ago. When the glitch goes correctly, and here you're setting up, pushing both Diddy and Donkey through the door.
Yeah.
When the glitch goes correct, you end up here.
Yeah.
What I'm going to demonstrate next, I'm going to advance here a little bit farther forward here, right about here. So you start a jump, and in this upper right corner of the screen, you can see this list of buttons we're pressing. So there's the frame number we're at and the list of buttons that are being shown. So right here, frame 9676. He stops jumping and holding Y. Oh wow, I must be really quiet. It's the mic. Okay. All right. Well, I'm being told I'm too quiet.
No, the other mic, it's something.
Okay. So am I loud enough now? All right. It'll have to do. I'll just talk louder. So right here, we're on frame 9676. You can see he stops holding B and Y and starts holding right. So this is a listing of all the buttons you could possibly press. If I change this to have him hold the jump just 1 frame longer, that's not the right button, right here, and not press left until the next frame. In other words, he's late by 1 frame. It looks similar, but what happens is slightly different. So Donkey's going to throw the barrel, get Diddy to come through the door at the same time, and instead of going to 5-3, we end up here instead.
Yeah, this is the bonus in Ropey Rampage, which is the second level in the game, 1-2.
Right, and this is obviously not what you want to see.
No, that's not what you like to see.
Now, the nice thing about being in an emulator, I can go back to the save state here and change it back. So let's just undo what we did. So again, this is just by being late by 1 frame, it completely changes the outcome. Now, since I'm an emulator, I can fast forward through this. There we go. Now, we should be, if everything goes correctly, we're back at the correct level. So there is a 1 frame, it's 16 milliseconds difference between success and failure here. So going back to this setup here, when you're at this jump, I'm just going to back up just a little bit, back all the way down to the bottom. How do you know, as you're walking through this, that when you should stop jumping?
When I should stop jumping, I usually release at the peak of my jump. That's my visual cue. And if I walk into the bonus, I know I'm not going to get it. If I just go into the bonus instantly, that means I got the setup correctly.
I see. Well, you can definitely tell there's a difference in appearance. And what's happening right here? The graphics look really strange, like as if Donkey Kong's spine has been replaced by white meat.
Yeah, that's because Espresso takes the form of Donkey, because you're holding the invisible object. So if you're releasing it, then like everything gets messed up.
I see. Well, yeah, apparently I'm really quiet. Sorry. You can hear him really well. You can barely hear me. Oh, well. Yeah. I just shout louder.
Maybe you should have this mic.
Maybe I should have that mic. I have 3 mics here. This is getting a little obscene. Okay, now I bet you can hear me just fine. Oh, yeah, that's so much better. So just kind of walking back one more time. This is what 60 frames in a row looks like. I have a button here that advances a full second, 60 frames. Trying to hit something in 3 frames out of 60, you've got a 50 millisecond window, or 1/20th of a second. How many times did it take you today to do it?
4 times.
4 times.
More than enough.
Yeah, more than enough. So it took him about 4 times. I'm pretty impressed it only took you 4, because this is not an easy glitch. Now, yeah, and one thing I want to point out is that when we're doing tool-assisted speedruns, it's way easier for us to just go, oh, well, it didn't work. I can just quickly adjust, change it, and I can repeatedly try as many times as I like. I can back up as many times as necessary to get it perfect. And that's the beauty of being able to do a tool-assisted speedrun. You have to do techniques that at one point in time were thought to only be tasks or possible in a task, in the tool-assisted speedrun, and you're doing them live in real time. That's just amazing. So I'm going to hand you this mic back. They say the mic's working again. There's one other thing I want to demonstrate, and that's that in addition to frame-perfect tricks where you have to hit a button on an exact frame, there's also the concept of a pixel-perfect trick. And that's best demonstrated right here in this segment here. So he gets the barrel. Now, right here, he's moving back and forth. See how he's resetting, and I'm advancing 1 frame at a time so I can kind of demonstrate it. What he's doing right here is trying to align Donkey Kong just right so that when he throws the barrel, the throwing mechanic actually pushes him back, correct?
You're actually like starting to hold right as you throw the barrel.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now, and you do that because you want to.
Yeah. Because I want both Kongs to exit the bonus at the same time.
Exactly.
Yeah. Because if only one Kong exits the bonus there, you can crash your game.
I did.
Yeah.
Earlier.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Let's crash the game because it's kind of fun. So let's go do that. Let me advance a little farther up here. Let's go over here and let's change that. So right here, got him jumping in, grabbing the barrel, and let's mess with it a little bit. So you start pressing right.
Yeah.
What happens if?
What happens if you start like holding right later?
Yeah. Let's have you not hold right there.
Yeah.
See if that's enough. Oh, it didn't crash. Nice.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Well, let's just do a lobotomy here and keep taking frames away.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do, because I want to start working in this segment right here, what I'm going to do right there, I'm going to make a new save state. Eat the mic. Okay. I'm being told to eat the mic. Roger, Sulu. Okay. So let's do this one more time. I'm going to make a new save state here. So this means that I can easily go back to this exact spot. You can see Donkey Kong can kind of dance back and forth, and even if I mess up, I can always go back right here. Let's see. So right about, I went too far. You had frame advance. So let's remove a couple of pressing rights right here. Let's just remove like 5 of them, so that he starts going right just a little bit later.
Yeah. At least 5. Yeah, you still got the double exit right there.
Yeah, we
see?
did. Yeah. Well, actually, this one's more permissive.
Yeah.
That's actually kind of nice that it's so easy.
Yeah, it's pretty generous. As long as you find the right pixel, you're good to go.
Yeah. Let's remove a good 10 of them here. That's one more. Now, this is a method of doing a task with a, I think it actually did something different. Nope, same thing. Wow, this is very permissive. This is a method of doing tool-assisted speedruns where you're using a movie editor rather than just recording buttons in like a chorded fashion, where what you're holding as you advance a frame is what... No, he still went through the door, didn't he?
He still did.
Yeah, that's cool. It's annoying because it's disproving my point. Let's try this one more time, and then we'll hand it back over to the main desk here. Let's just do a few more here.
Like 10 or so, I think would be good.
Yeah.
Oh, there you
now,
go.
See, this is what you don't want.
Yeah, exactly. So now you have a
we've
black
actually
screen.
soft-locked the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a lot of ways to mess this game up, aren't there?
Yes.
Well, I think that's a pretty good demonstration of what is possible, what things can go wrong. By all means, you come to TASVideos.org for more tool-assisted speedruns. There's a tool-assisted speedrun of Donkey Kong Country that beats the game in, oh God, so fast now. I don't even know what the time is anymore.
Me neither. I don't remember.
Lots of credit goes to Tampa and other people for finding these various different glitches.
Yeah, definitely. Shout out to Tampa.
Arnie the Great.
Arnie the Great, yeah.
There's a ton of people that deserve credit for this.
Yeah, shout out to Sweden.
Yes, exactly. I'd like to thank Void for everything he did today. I'm going to pass it back over. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
Yep, and I'll be back again later this week.
Thank you, Dwango, for that awesome tasking demonstration. My name's Proto Magical Girl. I am going to be your host for this upcoming Sonic block. We're going to have Sonic Advance 3, Sonic Adventure 2, and Sonic Mania. For now, I'm going to read a couple donations before we go into the action. We have one $16 donation from We Have two $8 donations with the comment, we have four $4 donations from We Have 8 $2 donations saying we have 16 $1 donations. Did you follow that? I hope so. We have a $25 donation from Jack Sparrow. That's J-A-X Sparrow. Longtime watcher, first-time donator. Very recently, doctors said to a friend that his mother had cancer. She's now doing chemotherapy. Doctors are hopeful, and so are we. This money goes to destroy cancer and also for the Breath of the Wild Master Mode incentive. Forgive the bad English, I'm from France. Baguette. Another $10 if the announcer read my name correctly. Here's hoping. We have a $50 donation from Andro Limanovsky. DKC is my fave game from my childhood. Thanks to all the runners on GDQ for great entertainment. Greetings from Compton, UK. We have a $15 donation from Tonician00. Finally on time for the Sonic and Rockman blocks. What an awesome event every year. I didn't miss an event in donation since 2014. Thanks to all runners, staff, and commentators for keeping this event so great. We have a $150 donation from Habrame. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Hello from France. Just an awesome reverse Donkey Kong Country, great cause, so to have to donate and say good luck to our speedrunners. We have an anonymous $30 donation. The anonymous donor says, awesome DKC run. Been watching GDQ for a couple years now. Always great fun and a great cause. Thanks for all the hard work. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are now ready to begin our Sonic block with Sonic Advance 3 with KirbyMastah. Take it away, Kirby.
All right, ready?
Oh,
All right, hi, I'm KirbyMastah. We can have a roll call on the couch.
I'm Gedrith.
I'm Allocated47.
And I'm Esgrad.
All right, and before I start, I'd like to introduce this game. This is Sonic Advance 3, the third game of the Sonic Advance franchise on the Game Boy Advance, and we're gonna have some fun with this run. So, like, if the audience can go crazy, you'll catch on. Yes, that's what I like to hear. That is exactly what I like to hear. I would give like a tutorial on how to be, what to yell, but I think you'll catch on. You'll catch on. I trust the audience. All right, there goes my game on. There goes my game data. So the category I'm running is best ending, or some people like to call it 100%, where the goal is to pretty much get the best ending involving the 7 Chaos Emeralds. So if we have the timer ready, we're good? Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, so one of the big things about this game is that the team-up mechanic.
Right, so
go ahead and say what you want to say, Kirby.
but this game involves having 5 characters, and this game has a kind of interesting gimmick where you can pair up a character with another character, and you effectively have a team. And you effectively have 20 different teams you can control in this game. Unfortunately, you only have Sonic and Tails unlocked at the start of the game, and one of the requirements for the best ending is to also unlock the other 3 characters, Cream, Knuckles, and Amy. So if one of you can also go over the tag mechanics a bit more,
Sure,
a bit
yeah.
more detail.
Yeah,
with the current team.
I was going to start about that. Basically, he's playing as Tails because Tails has flight. Sonic also gives you boost speed, and then they have tag actions both in the air and on the ground. And the Sonic Tails tag action, as you can see, gives Tails a ton of speed. Getting perfect speed is actually frame perfect, but you can pause, buffer that, so it's actually really easy to get the
You can do something like this, be able to move back horizontally.
Yeah, and you keep that speed throughout the whole duration of the flight, which is really awesome. Here's the first Chow, and he needs to collect 10 of them in each world, basically. So there are 10 of them here, there are 10 of them in the next one, and so on all down the line. That's one of the requirements.
Yeah, so the idea behind the chows is there's 10 in each act, 1 in the hub, and the remaining ones are in the acts. Once you have all 10 of them, each stage will start spawning special keys, which you need to get into the special stages, where you will be collecting the Chaos Emeralds.
Right, and so he's going to route it out. He has it routed out so that he's going to get the last Chow in a stage and then get the key after that in that same stage.
Yes.
So that does affect stage order in each of these areas.
So in particular, each stage has 2 possible key layouts. So he's routed it out in such a fashion that after collecting the last Chow, in most cases he will be able to go through a key for both layouts. All right!
I have no headphone audio.
Yeah.
No audio.
Don't mind us, just technical difficulties, nothing out of
Yeah.
the ordinary
Nothing to
for a
see
GDQ. So, Tails Sonic is very, very good, especially for levels with a lot of horizontal movement, and Route 99 has a lot of that. So that's the primary reason for using this team over Sonic Tails, with Sonic in the lead, which is a bit better for vertical movement. You wouldn't necessarily think that because Tails has flight, but he moves up very slowly, whereas you'll see later Sonic Tails has one particular move that gives you a lot of very fast vertical mobility. But in the meantime, he's just speeding through these levels, using the tag action and flight, and boost mode. You can see Tails kind of flickering. That means he's in boost. Also, one thing that's worth mentioning is that more rings just affects your acceleration and control, and more rings is generally better, so he prefers, in most cases, to keep rings instead of lose them.
Also, the more rings you have, the easier it ends up being to get back in the boost mode, which is very critical for this run. You don't see a lot when you're tagged up.
All right.
We don't see a lot when we're tagged up with Sonic, because Sonic immediately puts you into a boost state. But on other character combos, you'll see it's going to be a bigger deal.
Yeah, to note, you can only enter boost state if you have Sonic on your team. Similarly, there are things called power attacks in this game which will become relevant later in the run. Relevant later in the run, which are only possible if you have Knuckles in your team.
Yeah, you don't want to forget the Chow. This is the 3rd stage, so that means he's going to be collecting the last Chows here, and then the key to enter the special stage at the end. So key obviously opens the special stage, which is where you get the Chaos Emerald.
So there's a small little issue with the keys, though. There's a glitch that if you're in the level and the keys are supposed to spawn, if you're at the point that one of the keys should be spawning at, when you pick up the last Chow, it actually will glitch out and not spawn. So
Yeah,
we have to be careful to make sure we're not around.
Yeah, that'll be relevant a little bit later in Ocean Bay, so we'll find out when that's about to happen.
Yeah, essentially the way it works is that you just kind of deactivate a spawn point, so if the game decides that is the point where it's going to spawn, you just don't get a key.
All right, so wait a second. I'm supposed to get a Chow. I missed. That's not good. Oh, I forgot the hub Chow. That's why.
Yeah.
That's an issue.
So
All right.
All right.
All right. Well,
This
thanks
is
to
fine.
Marathon Nerves, I missed the very first Chow I'm supposed to get in the hub, and I said, oh, well, I'm just gonna get it on the way. I'm just gonna get it on the way out, and I completely forgot about it. So I'm gonna improvise a route here really quickly. There's a Chow here. The specials, I need to redo a stage in Zone 1, but I'm just gonna do that at the very end of the run, because it's faster to do that at this point. So let's get the Chaos Emerald after the credits.
Yeah, that's actually one thing that's important to mention is that you do have to do the credits once to access the true final boss once you get all the emeralds. You have to enter the game with each area beaten, basically. And so this is General, and Tails destroys him. In the future, you'll see him fighting General as Sonic, and that's just because the General stages are where you unlock different characters. And like Kirby said, you need to unlock those characters.
All right, we need some audience. You little. Ow. Ow.
You little.
You little. Ow. You little. Right, the most important quote is coming up soon. All right, ready for this?
Yeah.
You're going to pay for this! All right, that's Zone 1.
Mostly.
Mostly. Again, I made a rounding mistake, forgot a Chow. I need to redo a zone, but as long as I remember to do it after the credits, knock on wood, it shouldn't be too bad.
It's okay. We'll remind you. Maybe.
All right, so I need to do a reset here. The game saves me finishing the first zone on the whiteout here. And I'm going to take advantage of this reset to switch teams. It is almost always faster to reset when you switch teams as opposed to actually going back to the hub. But it's like by a few seconds. And I'm going to be swapping to Sonic Tails for 2 acts in this zone.
One of them, you unlock Knuckles. The other one, it's just faster overall to do it as Sonic and Tails instead of Tails Sonic because of hub movement. And I believe it's actually slightly faster as Tails Sonic, but not by enough to make that difference.
Yeah. So back there you saw what I like to dub leapfrog. It's the tag action of Tails. So pretty much you just get a lot of vertical height from using it. So it's really, really good on the vertical base stages. And then if he uses his tag action in the air with Tails, it's pretty much just the fly that you're used to seeing in pretty much all 2D Sonics at this point.
Yeah, this is totally not Green Hill.
Yeah, it's Sunset
I mean,
Hill.
it's orange.
Yeah.
How can you call it Green Hills?
It's not very green.
And the music's definitely not the same at all.
No.
No, it has the GBA sound chip, which is inferior.
Oh, wow. Shots fired.
Yeah.
You know it's true.
So yeah, this team is actually used for 2 reasons. One, it's really good for Act 1 and 3, especially where the Chow
All right.
Right.
I forgot about that. But the Chow are in really high spots, so you really want Tails to tag action. The other reason for this is, I don't remember if someone mentioned this, but to unlock Knuckles, I need Sonic as a lead character when I beat Act 3.
Yeah, I mentioned it.
Okay.
Yeah, this is also true of the other 2 character unlocks, which are later on.
So I'm actually delaying Act 2 for later, because Act 2 is the last act I want to do. That's the only act in this zone where, after the last Chow, I can get both patterns of the special key in one go. I cannot do that for Act 3 or Act 1. So I want to leave Act 2 for last. So this act's one of my favorites, just because it's a lot of vertical movement, unless I make a mistake like that. Oops. Oh well.
You fell down again.
Yep, I fell down. It's my
Kirby
hobby.
fell down.
There we go. So next mistake. I'm not really sure where these platforms are. We're gonna wing it. Oh well, that's not a big deal. Okay, massive shortcut here. So I'm skipping a lot of platforming thanks to Tails' tag action, which is really handy. Yeah!
Chow.
Chow! Yeah! Right, here's another Gemerald fight. There is a bit of luck with every Gemerald fight besides the first one. This one's not too bad. The pattern comes down to whether he dashes at you or not. If he dashes at you once, it's not really a big deal. I got a perfect pattern there, so that was a really good fight.
Yeah, and he's going to reset again after unlocking Knuckles. Again, the game auto-saves, and there's a cutscene that he's going to skip by resetting.
All right.
All right! But he does still have Knuckles unlocked after that reset.
There. So I want to use Knuckles' Tails because there's a power barrier. There's a Chow behind a power barrier in the next zone. And as I mentioned before, I need Knuckles on my team to destroy power barriers. So since I basically get a free team swap here.
Yeah.
Oh no!
No.
Oh no!
Yeah.
But
So,
I
yeah.
basically got a free team swap here, so I'm taking advantage of it.
Yeah, if you're wondering why it's a free team swap, resetting on the character, unlocking a character cutscene it saves a lot of time.
Yeah, it's something like 20 or 30 seconds.
Yeah.
It's very significant. And Knuckles' Tails basically trades boost mode for the ability to climb and break power barriers. Otherwise, it's actually pretty similar to Sonic Tails. That's a path swapper right there that he just hit. That is one of the core mechanics of all the 2D Sonic games. You can be on either a foreground or background layer, and the game will switch you between them as you go through specific parts of the level. That is how loops work in a 2D game, which is theoretically flat, for example. And that's going to be abused later on. I'll just leave it at that for now.
Yeah.
So the route I'm taking here is actually around 10 seconds slower than going straight to the end, but that's because I want to make sure I can get both special keys. And taking this route guarantees I can get a special key.
So he already got the key, so...
The other location is at the bottom of this waterfall. I'm taking the save.
Yeah.
That is a bottomless pit, and if you jump into the B, you cannot glide. Bye, Tails.
All right! Yeah, the Buzz Bomber can be a bit of a buzz kill. Literally.
Boo.
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 That stung.
Oh my god.
All right, so I have the special key. It gives me an attempt at the special stage. And the special stages are effectively time sections. The ring attack world record for this is 263. So that's my goal. So we're gonna get hyped for that if I get it. But meanwhile, we have some time for some donations. So this is a great time for that.
All right. Well, we have plenty. We have a $50 donation from AGDQ, making my annual AGDQ donation during the Sonic block. Good luck to all the runners. Please assign donation incentive to runner's choice. We have an anonymous $10 donation. Hey Kirby, nice to see you again at AGDQ. Huge fan of your stream since I saw you speedrun Fire Emblem 7 a few years back. Good luck on the Sonic run and the Sacred Stones run coming up.
Thank you.
This is going to Erika route because we all know she is best girl.
I think we have time for like 2 more.
Sounds
Should be
good. We have a $50 donation from Liger0459. My friend got me into GDQ recently and I love watching all the great runners. Lost a good friend last year to cancer and I hope every day that we beat this disease. Donation goes to Announcer's Choice, and I have to say my Announcer's Choice pick has got to be Jedi Knight Jedi Academy, all levels, because the bonus levels are amazing. And we have a $10 donation from Geister Carle, I probably totally butchered that, who simply says, Sonic Hype, go faster.
Gotta go fast.
Gotta go fast.
I missed 2 rings.
No.
Oh, boo.
Reset.
Run's dead.
Ring
Reset.
out.
Ring out. Oh no.
Oh no. It's over.
It's over. These are totally not a lot of quotes from SADX and SA2B. All right, so I got the Chaos Emerald. It's time to go straight to the boss. And this boss, most of the bosses in this game, in my opinion, have really cool ideas, although they're not exactly very well programmed.
They're still better than rush bosses.
Better than rush bosses by far.
And advanced too.
Yeah.
Yeah. This boss is a boss that rolls around the arena, which is kind of cool and cute, but it's very random. How far he gets knocked back is random. Thankfully, Knuckles' uppercut attack has a really massive vertical hitbox, so it makes it easy to hit him with a lot of patterns. Ow!
So if you notice, he's using Knuckles and Tails here. A little helps for the general movement and attacking the boss. If you saw the run 2 years ago, which was all stages, he used cream and cheesed the boss with cheese. And
Hold on.
yeah.
You're going to pay for this!
All right.
And since he doesn't have cream unlocked, that's not even an option for this category.
Yeah, it's really convenient that Knuckles Tails ends up being a good team for this boss because I want to switch to him as soon as after the free cutscene skip I got and stick to this team for the rest of Zone 3, which is coming up.
Yeah, the next area does have some power walls, which are rather important to get past. And there's a fair amount of use for Knuckles' climbing and gliding abilities as well.
Mm-hmm. Ocean Base tends to get a lot of flack from casual players due to its vertical nature and the fact that it has a lot of crushers, which is a perfectly fair complaint about this game as a whole.
Yeah, the crusher mechanics in this game are probably its worst element, honestly.
Yeah, the game's crushers are not very good.
If you're not careful here, it can lead to some crushing time losses.
Yeah.
Woo! I'll give you that one.
Along with your hopes and dreams.
But yeah, so the stage actually has 4 Chow. The first 3 Chow are kind of laid out in such a way that you can't cleanly get all 3 of them in one go quickly without making a massive detour. So what I'm going to do is get that Chow underway, hit a checkpoint that's around halfway across the stage, right here, and then really hope I can make this jump, which is a really stupid jump. Ah, no. Okay. I blame Subpixels for that.
Subpixels.
Subpixels!
Yeah, subpixels are exactly what they sound like. They're a unit of positioning that is smaller than a pixel. They are sometimes maneuvable, sometimes not, depending on what it is, and depending on the game, they can be absolutely essential, or they can just troll you in certain cases. And he did not really collide with that path in the right way that he wanted to.
Mm-hmm. That Chow that was between the 2 barriers is the reason I need Knuckles. Those 2 barriers are both power barriers.
If you notice it took several hits for Knuckles to get through that barrier, that is the power barrier.
Yeah. Bye.
Oops.
Oops. Oh no.
Oh no.
You remember?
But that Death Warp is intentional, and I want to give shout out to Dash Jump for that route. He actually worked on a TAS for this category semi-recently, around the past year, and a lot of the routing I put into this game was based off of some of the decisions he made, and that Death Warp is one of the big ones.
Yeah, so it does keep the chows that he collected, and now he's at this part of the level, which it stays quite a significant amount of time, because it would have taken him a while to get back to there.
Yeah, so when you collect a Chow, it's permanently collected.
Yes.
When you collect a key, on the other hand, you need to complete the stage with it to keep the key.
That wasn't intended, but we'll make it work. Oh, no. Okay, we're good. It would have been cool if I got into the ring.
All right!
All right, Act 2. is, again, has a lot of vertical movements. It's one of my favorite acts of Speedrun, honestly, because Tails is... This team flows really well with this act. It's not strictly the fastest team. Sonic and Tails is actually faster, but not by too much.
Again, because he's, instead of swapping characters whenever he wants and doing each level from the main menu, he has to do the hub world movement, and that is a big factor in this run and its routing.
Yeah, you want to avoid switching teams unless it saves a lot of time, because it costs a good chunk of time. You have to take into account this reset itself, the switch itself, and going back to the ring, the layout. And the hub layout for Zone 3 is really linear. There's like no shortcuts anywhere. So, I was too slow to make that cycle. That's okay.
So if you haven't noticed yet, especially after the last stage, Ocean Base is built very vertical instead of the normal Sonic horizontal levels. So it gives a really unique taste for. I think it started in the Advanced Series. They usually have at least a vertical area.
Yeah, starting with Egg Rocket, I would say.
Okay, so I'm skipping these cannons. I'm just using Tails' tag action to damage boost, which saves a bit of time with everyone. And there's a switch you're supposed to hit here to activate the platform, but again, I'm skipping it with Tails' tag action.
Having the right team for each level is very, very important.
Yes.
If you want to see how big of an impact it actually can be, Kirby has a all stages run that uses a already completed game file, so he has all the teams already.
Yeah, so to put things in
the strats are completely different.
Yeah, to put things in perspective, we mentioned earlier there's 20 teams in total. I believe all stages uses 16 of the 20 teams.
Optimal is 14, but for the sake of a marathon, I use 16 because it's cooler.
Whereas here you're going to see a total of 5.
I think it's 6 or 7. I don't remember off the top of my head. It's not that many, but you do see some interesting teams used throughout this run. Stop Pixels? Thank you. There's a random chance that you just get completely stopped there. Thanks to Stop Pixels.
All right!
All right, so Act 3 coming up is actually kind of not that vertical, but it's not worth switching to a Sonic partner team for it. So I'm sticking to this team.
Again, hub world movement.
Yeah.
It's a world of difficulty.
All right, there's a really dumb glide coming up that's really tight to make. Or I can accidentally charge my tag action early. Oh, well, that worked out.
Ciao.
Ciao. So this stage actually, this zone is interesting because there are 4 Chow in the first 2 acts and 2 Chow in the 3rd act and no Chow in the hub world. So most zones have like 3 in each zone, each act with 1 in the hub, but this zone is actually one of the exceptions. Okay, damage boost here. I want to try to avoid touching this waterfall so I can fall faster like that. It's actually pretty tight, because if you're too far left, you'll hit an enemy. And this is one of those spots where having a Sonic in your team saves a lot of time because of that boost pad, but it's not worth it, ultimately. That damage boost is intended, and we see the first use of the speed shoes in this game. Speed shoes are not that useful in this game, mainly because most of them are pretty out of the way, and a lot of times you also have Sonic on your team to instantly enter boost state. But in a case like this, where I'm using a non-Sonic team and the speed shoes is on my path, it's really convenient. Okay, so my couch talked about how a special key can despawn if you go to it. It's spawn location before the last
right
route.
here, if
right
you go,
here,
yeah,
there's one.
If you go too far right, there is a key that spawns there. That is the key we're hopefully getting. There's another one on the road, but if we go too far right there, then we can't get that key.
Yeah,
Yes.
basically it doesn't really matter actually because they're both right here. That first one would have despawned, so that it's good that he didn't go too far right. The other one was just a bit farther right.
All right, so we got the special key. It's time to do the special stage, which is pretty convenient. It's right above. Boing. Boing. Unfortunately, most of the special stages are really difficult to do good ring attacks for. Like, this one has a really stupid strat. You get like 5 rings after popping a black bomb. So chances of me gaining the ring attack record is pretty stupid. Very slim. So there's not much to talk about in this special stage, so feel free to take it away with the donations.
Can do, Kirby. We have a $500 donation from Chad Sarant66, who says, "All right, I guess I'm going to pay for this. Thanks for the many years of entertainment for a good cause." Clap, clap, clap.
Thank you
that was
very
a
much.
good amount of money. We have a $15 donation from Augie, donating $15 during each Sonic game. I'll make it 20 if the crowd says gotta go fast.
Gotta go fast.
Good job. Have a $27 donation from Alistair234. Longtime watcher. I always make sure to catch Sonic Block. Really enjoying watching my favorite Sonic Advance game get destroyed, and I am so hyped for Sonic Mania. Good luck to all the runner. We have a $200 donation from Ryujin. Good luck again on another successful GDQ, and looking forward to seeing some great Sonic Mania tech. Bonus points and maybe donation if anyone there can do the full rap during either act of Metallic Madness. Go fight cancer.
Thank you very much.
The rap is just "This is anime," or in Act 1, it's just "This is anime," and I just ruined the song for you. You're welcome.
All right, there's the third emerald. All right, so the boss coming up is a boss that has a bit of luck, a lot of luck in it. Eggman will be flying up over you, and he'll fall on top of you with his legs either open or closed. If they're closed, you can barely get 2 hits in, which is really hard. If they're open, which is the better pattern, you want them to be open, and you can consistently get 3 hits. In addition to that, I will get 2 hits right after the start of the fight, so if I get the perfect luck, I'll be able to 3-cycle this boss. If not, then it can end up being a 4 or 5 cycle.
And again, this is more technical in this category because he does not have access to cream. Cheese would cheese this boss, much like it would of the previous one that I mentioned.
Thankfully, Tails' air attack action is really nice. Okay, that's good. You little... Ow! 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 You little... Make it, make it, make it, make it! Yes!
Yes!
Okay.
Nice.
3-cycle. Perfect luck. All right. Hold the applause. We got something to say here.
You're going to pay for this!
There we go. Okay. There we go. All right, so I'm going to be doing a team swap to Tails Sonic. Again, because they're a really good team, and they're the best team I can use for 2 of the acts in the next zone coming up. So, yeah, something to mention, though. I'm actually losing time, like around 2 or 3 seconds of time on most boss fights in this game, because I'm actually running this game on the PAL version. The PAL version and Japanese version... Oh, I forgot to reset. The PAL and Japanese version of the game are exactly the same gameplay-wise, but the PAL version and the North American version have the same sound effects, including the voice acting. Very important.
The voice
I
acting
certainly
is,
paid for it.
The voice acting is essential.
Yes. But there are other gameplay differences, such as I think Alec mentioned that the more rings you have, the more air mobility you have. That mechanic is much stronger in the PAL and Japanese version than the North American version, and it saves time overall. All right, so there's a cycle at the very start of the stage I want to make. It's pretty lenient, 17 seconds. I made a bit of a mistake, but as long as I don't make other mistakes, I should be able to make it.
Yeah, Toy Kingdom is pretty much cycles the area for mostly worse.
That's fine. There we go.
Yeah, it's a stage that really likes to toy with you, as you
Yes.
can probably imagine.
Wonderful, truly wonderful.
Okay, next cycle is a 30-second cycle. I'm not making it after that. I flew too low. So if I try to dash now, I'm going to get crushed. So I'm going to play it safe here. Go.
Again.
And this cycles are off now, so I need to...
So Crush
Sonic
Boxes...
Advance 3.
Yeah. Crush Boxes are not designed well in this game at all, as you just saw.
Yeah, I almost commentator's curse, but then I got interrupted because I was about to say crush mechanics in this game because he was slowing down to avoid that, and then it just happened anyway.
Yeah. Oh, well, it happens. Not the end of the world. All right, I'm going to try to do some 90% strats. Hopefully I remember them. There we go. I haven't done that in, like, over a year, so... I'm playing this very, very safe. So here's the thing about this game. The Sonic Advance series as a whole, if you die, cycles continue. They do not reset. So after that death, I had no idea where the cycles are. So I had to completely wing this. But fortunately, after those blocks, cycles do not matter anymore. So I'm just pretty much just going to try to fly to the end, because, you know, Tails' fight is OP. Ah. Those clowns are really annoying. Perfect. Okay. Well, it worked
All
out.
right.
All right. All right, time for Act 2. Oh, no one's on it! All right. Talk about the best partner. This is why Tails is the partner, not Sonic.
Gotta troll fast.
Gotta troll fast indeed. All right, cycles matter here again. There's a very tight cycle early on I want to make. It's really difficult to make. I've made it like twice in a row in practice, meaning I'm probably not gonna make it, because that's how speedrunning works. So we'll see what happens. I can make it.
Oh! Okay, that was actually a lot closer to just being killed than you'd think.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because again, the crush mechanics in this game are a thing.
Yeah, I actually made another mistake, so I missed the cycle here, but it's just still make the level overall easier. The next cycle I want to make is ideally 47 seconds, but I made too many mistakes to make that. So the next cycle I can make is probably, I think, 52. That's a good cycle to make at this point. So hopefully I can make it. Bye, life. I miss you. I don't know if I'll make it here.
Obligatory. Maybe you should have got a life.
Yep.
Ciao.
Ciao. So typically speaking, I make the 57-second cycle, which is another 5-second time loss. Really bad execution of this stage means I get the 102-second cycle, which really sucks. But hey, if you made the 56-second cycle, which is more than I can ask for in a marathon setting. So pretty happy with that. Oops. Balloons. Tails is having too much fun. Okay. Stage is toying around with me a bit too much. All right. There are 3 giant slides I'm actually just flying over because, you know, Tails. There we go.
All right.
Okay, so Act 3 in this zone is another act where I'm unlocking another character, Amy this time. And again, I need Sonic as a lead character. So what I'm gonna do here is, since I'm conveniently over here, there's a hub chow right here. I'm gonna reset there because the game just saved me collecting that chow. Because remember, the last act I had to get the last chow on that act. Fortunately, Sonic Tails itself is a very solid team. They're actually a bit faster for this act when I timed it. For Act 3 coming up. My only other option is Sonic and Knuckles, which is a really bad team for mobility. Really good for bosses, but terrible for mobility. So my only real option is this team. Ciao. Alright, so there's a cycle coming up at the start, which is really lenient as long as I don't herp derp, which, given what has happened this run,
Entirely possible.
Yeah! And we're good. Oh, that has never happened before. I've never hit that wall before with that spin dash. Add 1 for the count. Alright, so this stage can be dangerous. Those little pig enemies are really annoying because if you take damage from them, they eat all your rings. Because, you know, they're a piggy bank. Get it? Yeah!
Sonic gets it.
Yep, Sonic gets it. So these Jack in the Box toys mechanics here, some people think they're random. They're not. If you pay close attention, they have like a blue-red diamond on them, and it alternates. That's on a global cycle. If it's blue, it gives you a spring. If it's red, it hurts you. And that's how you know. So there's a chow in this upper corner here. And then there's one more chow higher up in the stage. Oh. Platforming is difficult. Did you know that? So these 2 springs send you at different heights. I want to take the right one. That sends you higher. Sonic agrees. Okay. Last chow here. There's 2 special key locations. One is straight down. The other is on the path after this. Special keys here, there. So that's a better location. The other location is right past the spring that I just jumped over, which is a little slower. Not a big deal. We have General Fight.
Yep.
Random.
And he has the key to the kingdom.
Yes. That's a good pattern. Just keep staying there. Nope. Still fine though.
And again, he's going to reset to skip the Amy cutscene, as usual.
All right.
So I think casually speaking, Amy tends to be a really underrated character in this game. Some of her teams do suck, but some of the teams she's with are some of the best in the game. And I'm actually taking advantage of this reset to skip the cutscene and switch to Amy Sonic, which is the fastest team for the next zone coming up.
Yeah.
Lovely couple indeed.
So Amy has a hammer, and that hammer is very useful. And Sonic has boost. They also have a good tag action, so a lot of vertical mobility. And Amy is pretty much the best boss killer, so it's a very useful team overall. He's also going to want it for the next world.
Yeah, like more specifically speaking, for Act 1 and 3, Tails Sonic is actually a bit faster than Amy Sonic because Tails can fly, but not by much, not by more than a few seconds. Act 2, Amy Sonic is much, much faster than Tails Sonic. Which, I mean, in this game, typically you would think that the lead character is the more defining character of a team, but when actually your partner is more of what determines the team mechanics. So like Tails Sonic, Amy Sonic, Knuckles Sonic, Cream Sonic, those are all really similar teams because they all have the same tag action.
Yeah, pretty much the main downside to this team is that he doesn't have flight, but he has the team throw, whatever you want to call it, mechanic to get tons of vertical height. The hammer can extend his hitbox and hit bosses and enemies and things like that. And the hammer twirl is also good for doing like just basically extending jumps and your momentum through particular sections. So you'll see that used a lot as well.
Yeah. So as long as you don't need to wing it, so to speak, it's a very versatile team.
Yeah, so you can go ahead and read a couple donations. We'll probably have time for one.
All right, well, we have a $500 donation from The Jumbo, who says, "Not another speeding ticket. I'd contest it in court, but I don't think they'd accept gotta go fast."
All right, then. Yeah, we can read one more.
We have a $100 donation from Milana. "Best of luck to my good friend KirbyMastah, who doesn't play Kirby games. Gotta go fast."
Thank you, Milana. That's actually one of my friends from the East Coast. She's a cool person. Okay, time to go to the boss.
And yeah, so you want to explain this boss, Kirby, or do you want to actually?
I have all the time to explain it. It's a very involved boss.
It really takes the bosses here to a new level.
All right, so this boss is kind of interesting in that your goal is to knock him off. It requires 10 hits. And every time you hit Eggman, he does one of 3 attacks. That attack you see is a Jack-in-a-Box. That has a 5-second animation, is the best pattern you can get. That's very good already. The second pattern is the Ball and Chain, which has a 10-second animation. The third pattern is the Missile animation, which is 12 seconds, and is the worst pattern. Getting 3 Jack-in-a-Boxes is already ridiculously good because the chances of getting a Jack-in-a-Box go down with every hit until after the 7th hit, where it's flat out impossible. So if we see a Jack-in-a-Box after the 4th hit, even though it's technically possible, it's gonna be really rare. So the fact that I got 3 Jack-in-a-Boxes and no missiles at this point is actually a really good fight.
Also, Sonic dies a lot.
Yeah. Oh, there's the missile pattern. Yep. Ow. Oh no.
It's very rare to get through here without any missiles. Almost unheard of.
I'm very sad because I've only gotten 9 missiles in a fight once. I was very sad I didn't get 10. Very disappointing. So in a full game run, personally, I consider like a 2-minute fight the mark for like average. Below 2 minutes is good. Above 2 minutes is mediocre to bad. The world record, IO world record, is by Worcester, which is a 128. The second best time is by me, which is a 132, which really goes to show how much time variance this is with this dumb fight. So yeah, Worcester's time just finished. My personal best just finished.
And this is still good.
This is still good, honestly.
Yeah.
All right.
So now he's going to try to kill the boss off screen.
We got something important.
Yep.
It's going to be hard to time, though, because he's off screen.
You're going to pay for this!
157 is a good time. We need more applause for that for the luck I got. That required a lot of execution.
Good job getting that luck, Kirby.
Yeah.
All right, so Twinkle Snow coming up is one of my favorite zones. It has awesome music. It's really chill. And it's also very difficult. The first act is kind of the warm-up act, although there is like an important cycle at the start of this act I need to make. Act 2 and Act 3 are where runs die, basically. So we'll see what happens. Okay.
Also, if you haven't noticed yet, Amy still doesn't get a spin dash, unlike everybody else.
She gets a spin dash when paired with Sonic. She can also kind of spin dash if she's paired with Knuckles, but she doesn't actually ball up, which in itself can actually be a good thing, depending on the situation. But she can't spin dash if paired with Cream or Tails. Joe. So there are 4 Chow in this stage. 3 of them are kind of in a circle. Ah, no!
Yeah.
To quote Spike Vegeta, getting hit underwater is like literally taking a year to regain control of your character. Because it sucks. So I'm going back up to take this spring up here. The stone also has kind of a little mechanic where you kind of roll. Joe! Have these little brown block things that you can kind of lower as springs. And they propel you high up depending on how far down you charge it up. Alright. Amy's air dash lets you maintain some of the air dash speed when clipping a ledge. Saves a bit of time here and there. I lost my rings, which is going to make this jump really iffy because I want all the air mobility I can get. There we go. Okay. That jump looks really easy, but it's really hard because you have to jump high enough to make it over a spike and also pull back and jump low enough to not lose all your speed from a spring, which I did, so that works out. It's like almost impossible to make that on the North American version. All right, Amy says yeah.
Yeah! Where does she get that confetti?
The same place she keeps her hammer.
All right, just hold left. Hard speed strat. Okay. This act is an act that Amy saves over a minute over Tails in Sonic.
Well, we'll let this speak for itself.
Yeah, we'll let it speak for itself.
Yeah.
Intentional damage. Hey, what's up?
So, yeah,
Fully intended.
you
As intended.
you remember how I mentioned path swappers? Well, he just skipped one that should have made some things solid that are now not solid. And so he's just able to kind of go through here like so. He has to do the tag action slightly under the water, and then Amy can run on it. And then he's going to have to go up into the stage and do some tricky stuff here in a little bit.
Yeah, there's a rail that blocks you, so you have to go underneath it.
Nice.
No!
Yeah! That is probably my favorite thing in the run. Just the
Yeah, this takes about a minute and a half if you don't use that out of bounds. And that is the reason I use Amy Sonic, just for that trick. Because you need someone with an aerial hammer attack. And the only teams that have that are Amy Sonic and Amy Knuckles.
Yeah, and it's not just the trick, it's the no because you die, and then immediately followed by yeah because
Yeah.
you beat the stage. It's just too perfect. And it's also really hard, so that was really impressive for him to get it so cleanly on the first try.
Fun fact, I found that trick like when I was rerouting this, and I was like, let's see if I can take that upper path using Amy's hammer. Holy crap, I'm out of bounds. What happened here? So I literally found out on accident. Shoutouts to complete accidents. And I feel bad for Dash Jump because I think he was working on this category TAS at the time, and he had to redo it because of that. All right, 1 Chow left.
Good
All
job
right.
on not missing that, Chow.
Yeah, I missed that Chow in practice once, and I didn't notice. Oops.
Okay, the reason that's important is because this is the one...
Okay. No! It's okay, there's a nearby checkpoint. All right,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Okay, so this is the one stage where it's... we're going to get the last Chow here, but we can only get one key, one of the 2 possible combinations of keys cleanly on this route. So if we don't see it, then we need to die and try again.
And
That's never happened before. Stop
Nope.
Pixels.
Subpixel stopped him there. That's just something you kind of have to deal with running Sonic
Yep.
games. It happens.
Last Chow. All right, 50-50. If I miss it, I have to kill myself and respawn from the checkpoint and try again. Unfortunately, there is no. The other 2 acts are worse for this, so.
Yes,
There we
it's
go.
there.
Yes,
Good.
It's there.
The RNG decided to be cool.
There we go.
Yeah!
Okay, so we have the special key. Thankfully, the special spring is literally right above us. Right there. Very convenient. So special stage 1, which I accidentally skipped, 2 and 5, which is this one, are the only special stages that are easy enough for me to go for a world record ring attack in a marathon. So while I very heavily concentrate on this, I will leave it to the host to go ahead and read some donations.
All right, best of luck, Kirby. But over here, we have a $1,000 donation. Woo! And that is from Ann K. Flynn Terrell of System 76, whose name you may remember from that laptop Dwango was using earlier. Ann says, it's always a pleasure when you find your products used for something wonderful. We spotted one of our users today hosting the Twitch live stream. Best wishes for a successful fundraiser. Thank you very much, Ann. We have a $150 donation from Mystic with no comment, but thank you very much, Mystic.
Thank you.
We have a $15 donation from Just Flandre, who says, I guess, all right, and you're going to pay for this are going to be stuck in my head for the week now. Good luck to all the Sonic runners this block, and if we can get the runners or the people on the couch to sing City Escape for Sonic Adventure 2, I will donate an extra $30. Better start warming up over there.
Don't want that.
Wait, I missed it. Was that Flandre?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hi, Flandre. You're probably behind us.
Yeah, Flandre's here.
All right, you can keep going with like 2 more.
All right, we have a $30 donation from Ayama-sen. Hi there, obligatory donation during the Sonic block. An excellent selection of Sonic games this year with some excellent runners to boot. Let's shred cancer. Please put my donation to Super Monkey Ball Master Stages. Gotta go all the way.
Unfortunately, I missed a super ring. Special stages have super rings, which are really hard to distinguish. They give you 5 rings instead of 1. And I actually took a wrong route, so unfortunately I missed the record by 4 rings.
Reset.
Oh no.
Oh no. It's
All right.
over.
So this boss coming up is actually one of 2 bosses in the game that has no luck factor in it. It's also kind of a hard one. Oh, I'm taking this route now. But a lot of casual players admittedly don't like it because it's not very well programmed. Kind of see a tendency with this game. But with a lot of practice, you can make it pretty consistent. So the gimmick of this boss is that you're constantly kind of on an auto-scrolling. You're auto-scrolling upward, and you have to keep jumping from platform to platform, or else you die. And you have to keep trying to drop platforms on Eggman to hurt him. So here we go. You little... Ow! You little... Ow! All right, I'm gonna wait here to dodge a spike ball. Woo!
You little... Ow!
Oh yeah, that was too far left. I missed the perfect fight. It's okay.
You little... Ow!
That was still a good fight.
Yes.
Eggman's off screen. This is the second time that's ever happened.
You're going to pay for this!
So, I got a weird glitch just now that I've only seen happen at once, ever, where Eggman, when he is in this death animation, he's centered and keeps bouncing up and down, but he bounced to the right and off screen for some reason. In the North American version, that would actually save like 3 seconds. So, I don't know. This game's weird. It's a Sonic game. What do you expect? All right, so this first act is the main route change between the North American version and the PAL and Japanese version. There is a channel between 2 power barriers in the North American version, but for whatever reason, in the PAL and Japanese version, the right barrier is not a power barrier. So that means I can skip a team swap, which otherwise I would use Knuckles Sonic. The downside is that I have to do a really stupid jump to get around to the other side. So if I take more than like 2 attempts at it, I lost all the time I would have saved from that route change. Oh, come on, there we go. So, if I start missing it, you know what jump it is. I will probably miss it, but you never know.
So Cybertrack.
Oh, crap. Can I get back up there? Yes, I can.
Yeah.
Okay. There we go.
Cybertrack, as you see, has this changing gravity gimmick. It's not quite as abused in
Wow.
this category, but nice. So yeah, that is not easy, but he did abuse it right there.
Yeah, I did a really tight slope jump where I have to charge Sonic's tag action and release it at the perfect part of the slope to gain all the height I need. But if you're too far right, then you're on a slope that's too steep, such that you're just going to lose your tag action. But if you're too far left, then you're just not going to get enough height.
So those machines back there that kind of put Kirby into the ball form.
Yeah!
You can actually clip into those from outside and not the actual entrance, which is going to be used a little bit later.
All right, so here's a team swap. Act 3 of Cybertrack is an act where I can unlock another character. It's meaning I have to have Sonic as the lead character. And Sonic Tails is also a really good team for Act 2, so I'm switching to them now. Yeah! And there is a Chao right here, unfortunately right next to a special spring, which is to my left. But I can't get this Chao last because, again, I have to get a special key to use a special spring. So it's kind of an annoying detour, but it can't really be helped. All right, so this stage has a lot of fun little shenanigans with gravity. Whee! Whee! Oh. There we go. Who would have thought? They never use gravity mechanics in any other Sonic game, obviously. I gotta take advantage of that and have some fun.
So would that be a Kirby fell up?
Kirby fell up, indeed. Yeah. Okay.
So if you might have noticed back there, when you use Tails' fly tag action, Sonic's hitbox kind of doesn't exist.
It's
But
kind
at
of
the same time, it kind of does. And that's what we're going to use, I believe, coming up in this level as well as next.
I did a bit of a skip there, actually, by the way.
To skip into the clip in some of those boxes to get the little, like, jump around, I guess.
Yeah, if you don't have Tails' ground tag action, then there's a little bit more stuff you have to do. But again, the theme of skipping things with the proper partner is...
All right!
I'm glad I managed to fit that in before the all right, because all right is about what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so there's a little mechanic I'm using, actually, where when you charge a tag action, it takes 1.5 seconds to charge it. But if you interrupt that charge and continue holding the charge button, it only takes 1 second to charge it. And I took advantage of that just now. I've actually been doing it all over the run, but it's something most people wouldn't really notice. You have to like run the game yourself to notice, but it makes a really big difference.
And that's what I was talking about
Yes,
earlier.
you just saw Sonic clip into the entrance box there.
So yeah, when you're using Tails' fly, he has a hitbox but doesn't. He'll still collide and be able to get hit by enemies, but like if you're going up onto a platform, Tails' hitbox is the one that actually determines if you land on the platform or not.
So I'm gonna do that little clip 3 times in the stage. The stage is kind of broken.
Yeah.
Oh, why are you in ball mode? All right, I'm gonna have to wing this a bit. Oh, all right. Let's go here. There we go. That works.
Again, wanting to get where you actually want to go without the gravity sending you somewhere you don't want to go.
So there is an auto-scrolling clap. Oh, man. Oh, okay.
Wow.
Backup strats. Special key can be here, and it is, so that's a better location. There is another location it can be. It costs around 5 seconds optimally to get it, but I got the better location, so that's nice. The other location is just below where I jumped over. Right, so this little clip here skips going around a giant block and riding on a platform. And you want to do a one-tap spin dash here, or else you're usually going to fall through the rail and die, because Sonic Advance rails are very well programmed.
Okay, you've railed against them enough.
They're not the worst rails in the trilogy, but they're still not great.
And there we go. So that skips having to use the auto-scrolling platform. You can have Tails carry you into that, but 90% of the time, Tails will just go in and drop you to your death. He's getting revenge for all the Yoshis that have died in Super Mario World. Okay.
Yeah. So this is the last...
Second to last.
Second
yes.
last.
No, it's last in-stage
Yeah.
Oh,
general
yes, it
fight. So there is one more fight. It is easily the most involved of them, but there are a couple attack patterns that he can do in this one that are still...
All right!
That can still troll you.
All right, who's an Amy fan here? Because we're about to see more Amy after unlocking Cream. I apologize, Cream fans. I'm a Cream fan. Don't worry, we will see Cream once. It's unfortunate you unlock Cream so late, because he would actually probably get some use in the earlier zones. but
mean,
you just unlock it so
yeah,
late.
I mean, you can imagine you can cheese a lot of boss fights with it, but
that's probably part of it. I don't know if it would be worth swapping to cream just for the boss fights.
probably not.
But hey, you never know. All right, special stage time. You know what this means. More donations. And no Wing Attack World Records, unfortunately. Boo. Oh, no.
Oh no, all right. Okay, let's take it away over here. We have a $50 donation from Hodolski. Long time watching, first time donating. It's past 3 a.m. here in Korea, but I am sleepless. Hey, it's Sonic Block and Mega Man is following up. My aunt has been diagnosed as thyroid cancer recently, but thanks to the early detection, she successfully overcame it and is in the recovery phase now. Hope everyone receives proper treatments before it's too late. Donation goes to Sumichu to sing Snake Eater, and let me tell y'all, we need to meet that Snake Eater incentive. It is going to be a treat and an incentive for the ages, for sure. We have a $15 donation from Michael Steffies. I'm making an AGDQ in honor of my mom who passed away from cancer. I'm donating during the Sonic block since she gave me my Sega Genesis for Christmas, igniting my love of Sonic and Friends. We have a $15 donation from Nman36113.
Hi,
Nman.
Nman. Rack Attack.
Big
Who
bag.
says, "Ciao." Seriously though, Kirby, good luck on the run, my man.
Thanks,
kind of
Nman.
wish I were there in person this year, but maybe once SGDQ rolls around, put this donation to whatever Kirby wants.
Thank you. Nman is a fellow Sonic Rush runner, and he also speedruns quite a few other games, Sonic Heroes as well, and Sonic Chronicles Dark Brotherhood. But he's a cool guy. Unfortunately, wasn't able to make it, but that's unfortunate. Just life. Also, I would expect to see Rack Attack in Twitch chat, because that is his and my favorite emotes, or some of them. All right, this boss coming up is another example of a boss with a cool, interesting, or unique idea, but not very well programmed.
This
Yeah,
is my least favorite boss. in the game.
They took a bit of a shot in the dark with the design.
Which I
it
respect
didn't pan
it.
out.
It didn't really pan out in most cases, unfortunately. All right, so I'm in the hub world. I'm actually going to do kind of a skip here. Where I'm supposed to kind of go take like 2 more pinball machines to get to the boss, but I'm actually going to take a back route right here. Bit of a tight jump. There we go. Getting over this boost pad is so stupid.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. So I want Sonic, Amy Sonic, because 1, hammer, 2, Sonic's tag action, and 3, when Sonic is paired with Amy, he does not spin jump by default, meaning he will not screw with anything in this fight. So we can go.
So this boss is not actually random at all. The problem is, unless you're playing tool assisted, your actions are not going to be exactly the same every time.
So in later parts of the boss, it might as well be random.
Yeah, it's not actually random, but it acts essentially like it is. Bottom line is that the boss shoots out more projectiles and acts more unpredictable later into the fight. So you want to get as many early hits as possible.
Good.
Yeah.
2 more hits.
So unfortunately, as you did see there, Sonic can get in the way of some of them and change their trajectory, which is never good.
Usually not, at least.
Yeah. Sometimes he does save you, but most of the time, no.
That looks good.
There
Good.
you go.
That was actually a pretty
All right.
good fight.
We're all speedrunners, right? This timing might be a little bit difficult, because Eggman does not fly horizontally after this. So, ready?
You're going to pay for this!
Okay, there we go.
Whee!
All right, that's zone 3, or 6. All right, Chaos Angel is also a big reason why I'm using Amy Sonic, because they're a really good team for the first 2 acts.
Yeah, it can get a bit chaotic, as you'll see in a moment.
Yeah, so like these are the kind of stages where there's a lot of massive open areas, so you want both a lot of horizontal and vertical movements.
These are the hardest stages in the game, bar none.
The other alternative I could use is Sonic and Cream, which is actually like barely slower for the first 2 acts, but Amy Sonic barely beats them out. Shout out to J Ash, who came up with the idea to use Amy Sonic for these stages. Dash is another Sonic Advance 3 runner. Okay. Chow. Well, I want to fall through these rails. Falling through a rail, the fastest way to do that is sometimes just finishing charging attack action. And you have to time it properly. It's a nice little spring here. I didn't mean to do that. There we go. Another spring here. Aiming's pretty good. Oh my.
You fell down again.
Kirby fell down.
How can I've never done that. This is probably gonna send me too high. Yeah. I've never fallen down here with this team before. I'm not sure what to do. I'll have to wing it then. Okay. I haven't done this part of the level in forever, so this is gonna be a little fun. I think I know that part. There we go.
Okay,
and
good.
There we go. Oh, no!
Well, you know what to do now.
I know what to do now. Oh no!
It's over.
It's over. No! Okay, thankfully that does not crush you. Get up there. Okay, I will take this very slowly.
So Kirby, would you say you're paying for this?
Okay. I am certainly paying for this, unfortunately. Okay. I got scared of that dumpy, so this is a bit of a train wreck, but we'll make do. No! Okay, okay. One more.
Stop being stylish, Kirby. Come on.
Ooh, okay. I'm at 0 rings. This might be a little scary. Don't hurt me. Ooh. Okay.
Don't die.
Okay.
We in there.
Woo!
Good job on not dying.
Speedrun's improv quick, kind of. Okay. That armadillo enemy, pillbug enemy, or whatever, their hitbox is really massive, by the way. Okay. This is all over a bottomless pit, so it's kind of scary. Let's chow all the way up here. Oh! There we go. Okay. Okay, I'm not too familiar with this route. There is a shortcut I can take, but that requires a power character, which I don't have. So okay, there. So it's fine. Just chow here. Chow. Checkpoints, my best friends, because this part's a little scary. Okay. No, that's not it. That's okay. There's a checkpoint. Safe to say, this level is kind of going not entirely well, but it's okay. I have a really high estimate, so.
And this is Chaos Angel. Frankly, if it's going to happen somewhere, it's probably going to happen here.
Okay. At least the rail cooperated, though. There is a small chance he will just fall through the rail because Sonic Advance rails. Oh, there we go. Yeah! It happens. Just roll with it. All right, so this jump is a pretty massive shortcut I'm taking. It's really stupid to make with this team, though. Nope, I was too far right. There we go. Chow. And Act 2 time, which is actually probably my favorite act in the category. So just enjoy the speed, because it's gonna be fast. Hopefully. There's a pretty cleverly hidden chow up here. Right up here. Ooh, that's a bit scary. There we go. Damage boost to skip that. Hammer to spring for heights. to make that shortcut.
Yeah, hammering the spring actually acts like hitting it.
Yeah, you get double speed from hammering springs. It's only horizontal ones where you get double speed for one looping frame. In other words, it's kind of pointless. Massive shortcut here. Just jump over it. Hey Sonic, what are you up to? Okay. Slow down so I don't hit the overhanging of that little platform. I want to fall through it down here. Left. There we go. There's actually a little weird clip you can do to fall through these platforms if you have enough speed. You kind of don't want to do it in an RTA run because you will probably fall to your death unless your name is TAS. This is the last chow in this stage. There we go. Alright, this part looks really cool if I do it properly. No. Well, not that. Alright. Ah, no, that's too low. Take it safe. Alright, 2 minutes is good enough.
Yeah!
Alright, so I'm just gonna swap teams just for one act, because Act 3 is an act that has 3 platforms that effectively act as auto-scrollers. And they take forever. And we all know how much we love auto-scrollers, right? I want to hear the crowd for this. Do we?
Well, too bad.
Too bad if you like auto-scrollers, because we're about to skip all 3 with this team. Boo!
Making my job easier. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so one thing about Tails Amy that you might think is bad.
Oh, I just did an IL strat on accident. Okay, there we go.
All right. Yeah, is that Tails has reduced flight duration, but Amy is still the best choice overall because of the tag action she has. Again, the partner being arguably more important than the lead character, although in this case, Tails' flight is pretty essential.
Also, so even though there's spikes there, they have a small little safe few pixels that you can stand on, which is great for getting through the stage with Tails.
Yes. Yeah, I believe this is also technically possible with Cream, but just incredibly difficult.
You can do this with a lot of teams, actually.
Yeah.
Like, if your partner is Tails, you can skip all of them. Wait, did I get the special key? No, I did not. I completely forgot about that. Damage control time. Can I make this? There it is. Okay, time to not die, hopefully.
Don't die, Kirby.
I just need to get to the platform. I just let muscle memory take over.
Kirby fell down on purpose.
Oh, no,
Yep.
No, it's too high.
Yeah.
That's a bummer. I did hit the checkpoint, so it's not the end of the world. Okay, there's the key. That's a better location. Okay, so now I can actually skip this. The other location is, as you saw, halfway across that auto-scroller. So you have to ride out like around 10 seconds of it. But, hey, it worked out.
All right!
All right, so this boss coming up is kind of... yeah, it's kind of a boss. It's not very good. It's kind of similar to the Cosmic Angel boss from Advance 1, except worse. And very, very, very random. And yeah, if you get hit, you will almost lose all your rings.
It is possible to regain a ring, but they kind of go all over the place, so it's...
So I got 2 rings back, thanks, Amy.
tricky.
Nope. And that can happen, where he just changes sides without any warning. Because, you know, good bosses, I like that. Okay, you want to jump every time he bounces, or else you get bounced into the spikes.
You little!
You little!
Ow!
All right, so he's gonna start spinning. The direction he spins in is random, but the duration of it is always set. So
Little!
with proper timing, I can always guess where he's gonna end. Oh, thank you, Amy. Oh, there you go.
Ow!
Ow. Where's it's gonna be? I think he's gonna stop here. Nope, that was a little early.
Ow!
Oh, ooh, this is a little scary. Oh, thank you, Ring.
It came back to you.
It came back to me.
You
I
really,
didn't die.
Yes.
That's the important part.
you really ran rings around that boss.
Yes.
You're going to pay for this!
All right, there we go. All right, so we go straight to Ultra Emerald, which is the final main boss. And we're gonna have one last fight with Gemerald, which again is very random. We're stuck with this team, unfortunately, which is a team that works for the last boss, but there are other teams I strongly prefer using. This pattern's the worst pattern, but on the plus side, it's really easy to hit him after, so it's like the consistent pattern. That pattern's bad, because he ignores your invincibility frames when he tries to grab you. So, very bad pattern. Although technically it's fast, but it's risky. So, if I get a perfect pattern, I can get into the Eggman fight around the 22-second mark. This 28 seconds could be worse. All right, so this boss, you cannot hit him from the ground directly without any special abilities. You're supposed to wait for his hands to go down and ride them and hit Eggman. But if you use the right teams for this, you don't have to bother with that.
Yeah, this boss is absolutely trivialized by a couple specific teams. This is not one of them.
Yeah, that's why I waited there. I could have gone for the second hit before that, but if I did, I would fall to the center and die, and that's random. If you're going for ILs, the center pattern is actually the best pattern, but you're kind of YOLOing and expecting it.
You little...
Oop. Okay, what are you gonna do with the hands? Oh. Thank you for the ring. This is a little risky, so I'm gonna wait it out. Ow! Ow! Ow. You little... It's not dead yet. What hit you do?
You little...
You little... Okay, I just activated a glitch. I have control of tails when I'm not supposed to. Woo! Whee!
That's a
And the fun ends.
yeah. That's just involving charging a precise.
You just have to have Amy.
Tag action.
Wait.
You're going to pay for this!
But yeah, if you have Amy's tag action charge on the ground before you lose control of your character, you use Amy's tag action and you regain control. Ow! So that is the last boss, but remember the category. It's called Best Ending. There are multiple requirements for this, as we mentioned. The 7 Chaos Emeralds being one of them. Another one being unlocking every character, which I've accomplished. And unfortunate thing about this category is to go to the best ending, I have to beat Ultra Emerald with Sonic as the lead character after having seen a post-credits cutscene. Meaning, we have to watch the credits once. So, which is why I delayed Emerald 7 to after post-credits, because there's no point making a detour to the Special Spring when I have to go back to Ultra Emerald anyways for the refights. On the plus side, we're gonna see some cream. So yeah, we're gonna see some cutscenes. Amy kind of hitting on Sonic after all the time they spent together in this run.
And go ahead with some donations.
This is a great time for more donations, so take it away.
All right, Kirby, we have a $10 anonymous donation, so think about this during all these cutscenes. Is it Chaos Angel or Chow's Angel? Where does Kirby end and Sonic begin? Spins within spins. We have an anonymous $200 donation without a comment. Thank you very much, Anonymous. We have a $20 donation from 0x. Long time watching, first time donating. My wife lost her father to cancer a few years ago, and she was happy to find out that this year's GDQ was going towards prevent cancer. May the RNG be easy on all run. We have a $10 donation from Gory Chris. KirbyMastah tutorial videos on GBA Metroids got me on speedrunning the series. Thanks for an amazing show.
Thank you.
Thank you for an amazing donation. We have a $50 donation from Ginny the Cat, who says, gotta get in on a previous donor's bid to have the crowd sing City Escape. We'll donate another $50 if it happens. I believe that's about $70 riding on that, so y'all might want to start warming up.
one more before I say something?
Yeah, sure.
All right, so
Have you-
oh, yeah.
Okay, go.
All right. Communication's hard, surprise. But I definitely want to give a shout out to Mike89, number one, because Mike89 had the original speedrun for this category, originally called 100%, but it's the same thing really, which he is like over 10 years old on SDA, but that category is kind of what got me into this category in the first place. And I made a lot of routing updates, including implementing a lot more of Sonic's tag action to it, but without his run and execution, this really would not have happened. And he's also just been an awesome member of the Sonic community, but I definitely want to give a shout out to him because he is unfortunately pretty much retiring from speedrunning for the most, kind of. But he's definitely been one of my favorite runners, and he's a really cool guy to talk with. And without him, me running any of the advanced games would honestly not have been a thing, especially this category. So thank you very much, Mike89, for being you. So also, other shoutouts include shoutouts to J-Ash, which I mentioned before, for some of the route changes and supporting me a lot. Worcester for a lot of his ILs that I learned this game off of initially, and Dash Jump for working on the TAS for this game, which I learned a lot from as well. And of course, thanks to my couch as well for being awesome and supportive. So yeah, credits aren't over yet. I was expecting them to, but we have more donations.
All right, Kirby. We have a $25 donation from O Groupie, donating during the Sonic block because I'm excited to see the games that plagued my childhood get crushed. Here's 25 to Winner's Choice for the SA2B race and another 10 for each of Knuckles' raps that either runner or couch sings along to during the race.
Congratulations! All right. So there are 3 different flags that you unlock after you beat the game, and they're only unlocked after you see these certain cutscenes. So right here, that right there is what you need to see to unlock Best Ending. After that, the game tells you you unlock Sound Test, and you unlock Boss Attack. But since I haven't set those flags by seeing those cutscenes, I don't have Sound Test or Boss Attack unlocked, unfortunately. So this is kind of gonna be fun, because I still haven't gotten the first Chaos Emerald. So I'm gonna do this stage with a team I'm not familiar with. This can only go very well.
We're doing it live.
We're doing it live. Improv.
Reroutes
runs.
live.
Reroutes done live.
Or would that be reroutes done quick?
All right, so Cream's tag action gives you control over Chow Cheese. But on the other hand, when you use it in the air, she also gives you a direct boost to your vertical movements. So the higher vertical speed you have, the more height you gain out of her tag action. All right, I'm gonna try to slow down here so I don't get crushed.
So speaking of unusual teams, when's every single possible IL in the game, Kirby?
I did that for this stage, actually. That's kind of a project I started. Okay, so I should be guaranteed to get a special key as I take this route here. Come on. Thank you. All right, see if I can do this properly. Okay. I'm just gonna take the safe.
Also, you can notice that cheese is the color of the main character whenever cream is the partner.
There it is.
Good.
All right, I only lost a minute. No big deal.
All right.
All right, so now to do the special stage, unfortunately. But, you know, routing mistakes, that happens. So this is my last chance to get the ring attack world record, and this is the easiest one. So no pressure at all. Let's go. 240 is the goal.
And
On
we have-
8 there, another 8 here.
Then we have time for another couple donations
Yep,
if you want.
good time for that.
All right, we have a $15 anonymous donation. I'm teaching a class on Sonic next semester, so this is technically research.
Yeah.
A $50 donation from Just Ian Time. Good luck to all the runners and kick cancer in the butt. Money to hear the dulcet tones of Snake Eater. And a $45 donation from Genius Gamer M. Hey there, AGDQ. It's exciting being able to wake up for some speedrunning excitement first thing. I missed out on a lot of fun from work, but I won't miss out on any chance to start up donations. Good luck to all the runners out there. We have a $10 donation from Kedzi. I'm gonna pay for this. Shoutouts to Eggman's Jedi Mind Tricks. We have a $30 donation from Demon Lord Zool. Let's make that $70 to Singing City Escape to an even 100. Just because I love that song.
World record's done live. As an FYI, on Sonic Center, this ring attack record has like a 15-way tie. All right, so after that detour, so now that I've got my routing mistakes out of the way, I need to go to Zone 7's hub to do the last emerald. Okay. So, time to go to Zone 7. Oh yeah, Sonic gets this little snazzy attack when paired with Cream. It's actually a homing attack if there's an enemy nearby. And fun fact, Knuckles in this game can homing attack when paired with Cream. He can homing attack by pressing B while gliding. So, if there's an enemy nearby. So there's a lot of really neat tricks in this, really neat, like, unique team mechanics in this game. Like, for example, if you have Knuckles and Amy, which is one of the coolest teams, you can actually spin dash vertically up walls, which is really cool. Things like that. And also, Tails can insta-shield in this game when paired with Knuckles. So, a lot of people probably didn't know that. So yeah, we have a hopefully not so dangerous special stage coming up. Well, going on right now, so more donations. Let's go.
All right. We have a $50 donation from Zeta176. Since Sonic Adventure 2 Battle is the last good 3D Sonic game and the one I grew up with, I had to get in on the action. I'll donate 50 more if the crowd sings City Escape. Put my donation towards Runner's Choice. This better be a good song, y'all. Like, wow. We have a $25 donation from Scott Ensley. Currently going through one round of chemo this week. Today's my first day and so far so good. I scheduled my treatment the same time as AGDQ without even realizing, but I'm so happy I did. Now I can relax and enjoy my week with everyone at AGDQ. Thank you for all you do. And a $10 donation from Unsigned Reality Check. Greetings from Finland. Let's kick cancer out the door with the help of some awesome gameplay. $15 from Go-Goat Rider. Second-time watcher, first-time donator, thank you to all of the hard work y'all do to give us such an enjoyable event.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay.
So now that he has all of these various requirements completed, he can go and access the actual final boss.
That code is if for whatever reason you want to replay all 7 special stages in a row. Very good for marathons, right?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do
It
all
clearly
the
should have been a
donations.
donation incentive, right?
Yeah, it's definitely a good donation incentive. Okay. So yeah, there's quite a few options you have for the boss. The best team for this boss with Sonic as a lead character is Sonic Knuckles, but they're terrible for navigating the hub. Sonic Amy is better for the hub than this team, but they're a bit riskier for the boss. So Sonic Cream is like the most reliable fast team I have.
And of course, as you see, he has to do these fights again, the general final fight and the Eggman statue robot, whatever it is, with the hands again. And then he'll get to the true final boss of this category.
Yeah, so you can actually use cheese, but cheese is not that optimal because you can't buffer cheese hitting the boss, this boss or General on the first possible frame because cheese will not attack the boss during their invisibility frames. So I'm better off using a double jump to damage the boss instead. In most cases. Well, in this case, I'm going to play it safe and just fire cheese like that. Good thing I played it safe. Or else I'd be dead. There we go. Okay, let's do this. Ow! Ow! Ow!
You little!
Oh, ball blocked me.
You little!
Alright, I'm very sad, because this is probably the last time we'll be able to say this in this run. but let's make it count.
You're going to pay for this!
All right, so now we see if the requirements are set.
Yep.
They should be. General betrays Eggman. Spoiler alert. Oh no.
You mean these Chaos Emeralds?
All right, so this boss is kind of interesting. You're Supersonic paired with Eggman, and your attack action opens up the final boss, this weak point, and then you can dash into it to weaken the boss.
And it's called non-aggression. Don't ask why.
I don't know why either. But the general idea is I want to finish this boss before its spin attack. So I want it to delay its spin attack as long as possible. It does a set of arm attacks, missiles, a set of arm attacks, laser, spin. And for the 2 sets of arm attacks, it can attack me between 1 to 5 times. I want it to attack me as many times as possible to delay the spin attack. So the worst possible pattern is 1-1. So fingers crossed.
No, it's called non-aggression because you're working with Eggman.
But you are being aggressive. You're,
Yes.
you're
You're literally
attacking
just punching
General.
it.
You're not being aggressive against Eggman like you usually are. That's why it's called non-aggression.
But see here, you're technically still being aggressive with Eggman because you're literally just grabbing him and slamming him into non-aggression.
That is the worst possible pattern. Thank you. Thank you, non-aggression. And these missiles are also random. And your hitbox is way bigger than it looks, like that. So you always want to be careful. Okay, how many armor attacks now? That was way later than usual. All right. And, oh wow, I got the worst possible pattern. Well, happens.
Marathon luck.
Marathon luck. All right, so yeah, this boss is obviously not very well, but not going very well, but that's life. I can't make that. Okay. Yeah, that's a spin attack you want to avoid. You pretty much can't hit Eggman during that. Not Eggman.
Jameral.
Still 2 hits away. Time will be coming up soon. Time. There we go. Sonic Advance 3 best ending. Yep, so I think we're good. I said I want
Kirby,
Santa to run, so
that
thanks a lot
run
for
was all right.
Yep, thanks for having me up here. And up next is that ATUB, so that's gonna be pretty hype.
All right.